I could never lose. So if you want it, then you gonna have it. And if you believe it, then it's gonna happen. And if you take it, you ain't gotta ask it. Just if you do it, be the best at it. Just if you do it, be the best at it. Just if you do it, be the best at it. Just if you do it, be the best at it. For those of y'all who ain't hip, that's an excerpt from I Could Never Lose by the legendary Nipsey Hussle, whose legacy lives on. Blood, sweat, and tears. In that spirit, I want to welcome you to the 2021 Virtual DC Music Summit. I am Dior Ashley Brown, founder and executive director of the summit. All right, y'all, how we feeling? Can I see some claps, some smiles in the chat, some oh yes? We're excited to have you here. This year's conference is going to be dope. We are going to make sure you are plugged in, connected, and welcomed into our community. Last night, our kickoff was lit. From our performers to our networking party, it's clear that we are in the right place. This passion for giving it all we got is at the heart of the DC Music Summit. A lot of passion created this summit. Now movement, now nonprofit. A passion for stability, a passion for change, a passion for growth and independence. With everything I've ever wanted to be, I don't know why, but I had to do this. I had to build the DC Music Summit, and I'm so glad I did. In 2016, the summit was founded by 3 Black women who love music, care about the community, and saw an opportunity to highlight creativity and entrepreneurship. I hadn't read a lot of books on the business. I wasn't an entertainment lawyer or an MBA. I was a proud Black artist who was exhausted at the stories of struggling Black creatives who were robbed of their dreams and futures due to oppression, their inexperience, and misdirection. So we created the summit with our own blood, sweat, and tears. We knew the need was there, but early on, we didn't know exactly how the community would respond. Now, 5 years later, the answer resounds loud and clear. We are a force that grows stronger every year. I always say, I didn't choose the summit chose me, and I am humbled and inspired by the wonder of it all. Lifting as we climb. The DC Music Summit has grown me up, matured me, and developed my patience. It's taught me how to slow down, trust the process, and find meaning in continuously beginning at the start. For everyone joining us, our presenters, performers, and sponsors and friends, change starts with you. Innovation starts with you. Greatness starts with you. It's time for us to learn to lead. It's time for us to step out on faith. It's time for us to recommit to the passion we had when we first started. That dream you've been chasing that's just out of reach. So if you want it, then you gon' have it. That courage to take the first step despite the uncertainty into everything you know you can be. If you believe it, then it's gonna happen. The boldness to cash in on your value and never let anyone sell you short. And if you take it, you ain't gotta ask it. This is what the DC Music Summit is about. Uplifting individuals to create a collective movement. We are community. We are rising. We are inspiring. We are lifting as we climb. And we ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Do not accept defeat. In the planning stages of this year's conference, there was so much uncertainty about how we would run, about what the event would look like, and about how our small and mighty team of volunteers would make the summit happen during such challenging times in our country and world. I remember a conversation I had early on about all of the obstacles we would likely face if we tried to make this happen. Ironically, this year's summit actually expanded. We went from a 1-day showcase to a 3-day experience. Boom, just like that. I'm still marveling at how we came together to make it happen with the generosity and support of so many partners and friends. Although I marvel deep down, I knew from the start that we were going to make the summit happen this year, come what may. I want to share something that's gotten me through. As an artist, as a founder of the summit, frankly, as a human being, I don't accept defeat. That's right, I do not accept defeat. Today, I want to challenge you, whatever you're facing in this moment in this season, do not accept defeat. You all with me? I'm telling you, you still have fight left in you, so don't accept defeat, innovate. Don't accept impossibility, make it happen. Learn to find abundance in scarcity. Learn to make something out of what society perceives as nothing. Our roots, resilient and powerful. Historically, this is how we survived as Black people. and brown people and women and human beings. Mediocre has never been an option for us. We have to go above and beyond as a rule, not an exception. We have to push harder, think faster, and work smarter. Our roots have made us strong, resilient, and powerful beyond measure. For everyone here who's ever felt like an underdog, for everyone here who's felt like society tried to make you believe you're less than the powerful person you are, for everyone who's straddling the fence between who you are and who you can be, remember this. To be victorious, there must be a fight. To be successful, you have to get started. To achieve what we know is possible in our vibrant DC music scene, we have to work together. In order for us to pierce the ceiling, we have to be a collective. Our success requires equal measures of head and heart. It requires a commitment to walking the talk. What we do matters, and how we do it matters even more. Remember, just because it's tough doesn't mean it isn't worth it. Just because the process ain't pretty doesn't mean the outcome won't be beautiful. We've been in the trenches a long time, working to uplift our community. I mean, all of us, beyond the DC Music Summit. That means we believe it's something worth fighting for. Bigger than ourselves. This is bigger than ourselves. This is bigger than the DC Music Summit, bigger than the DMV. We are gathered here because we believe in community. We believe in the power of the arts to usher in healing and renewal. This is bigger than us, y'all. It's about our community spreading hope in the face of hopelessness. It's about using the collective power of we to stand up for what we believe in, no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm excited about what's in store this year. The year to empower. The 2021 DC Music Summit is going to get you straight. We have the best of the best presenters and performers, and we're going to help you get your business straight, your network straight, your mindset straight. The COVID-19 pandemic introduced a shift unlike many of us have ever seen before. We've experienced loss, disappointment, and a trying season that many of us didn't know whether we'd come through or end. But we're still here. I'm encouraged by each and every one of you who is taking part in our summit. Your presence here means you're resilient. It means you're empowered. If anyone isn't quite there yet, trust me, by the end of summit, you will be. This is our year to empower, and we are going to manifest. Your presence here means you see the potential for opportunity and innovation in the midst of change. Recently, I read an article about how long overdue conversations about funding for Black artists are increasing at a rate higher than what we've ever seen in American history. Doesn't mean we aren't there yet. It doesn't mean inequity has ceased to exist. What it does mean is that sometimes change opens a doorway that was once shut. It reminds us to keep our eyes open to new possibilities beyond or even made possible by the crisis. I know many of you have inspiring stories about how you turned the page on a situation that spelled failure during the pandemic into a new chapter filled with good. This is what it's all about. We could never lose. As we prepare for the rest of our day, let's go back to the start. I could never lose. When each of us believes that the acts in this authority, it means we could never lose. That doesn't mean we won't fall down. It doesn't mean we won't have setbacks. It doesn't mean we're not humans who inevitably doubt ourselves every now and then. What it does mean is that we pick ourselves up every single time. We shake the dust off our feet and keep moving forward, even when all we can take are baby steps. Like Lauryn Hill said, tomorrow is always another day to make things right. Throughout the process, remember who you are. Remember the responsibility we have to ourselves and others to bring light and hope to this community, nation, and world. 2021 is the year to empower. I am grateful for your partnership. Y'all ready? Let's go. Thank yous and shout outs. Before we get moving, I want to take a moment and give some love to our sponsors and friends of the DC Music Summit. To make all of this happen, we rely on the generosity of so many who believe in our mission. Special thanks to our 2021 DC Music Summit sponsors: Porch Fest DC, DC Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment, DC Creative Affairs Office, Catharsis on the Mall, We Act Radio, Eaton Hotel, Seven Drum Cities The Pocket, Run the World, TTJ Productions, Church of the Holy City, Born Brown. Thank you to all our 2021 Friends of Summit, Emergent Seed, Innovation Station Music. Thank you to our selection committee who managed panelist submissions to ensure our programming was representative and relevant. Michelle Wright, Dante Pope, DJ Heat, Tamra Wellens, Easy Street, and Cecily. I want to thank my amazing team for all of their hard work, all the late nights, everything they've done, seen and unseen, to make this happen. And thank you to each of you for your support down through the years. We are grateful. We have big plans this year beyond the conference, so stay tuned. If you're down, we want to take you along with us. Introduction of Carolyn Malachi. All right, we're going to shift gears here for the main event. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Carolyn Malachi. Carolyn Malachi is a mix engineer, producer, Grammy-nominated artist, and educator. She believes that the ideas of independent musicians, filmmakers, and other creatives should be taken seriously and handled with great care. Carolyn teaches audio production courses in the Kathy Hughes School of Communications at Howard University. Her research explores the intersection of blockchain technology and data sonification. She holds a master's of the arts in audio technology from American University. Carolyn is full of grace and wisdom. She is a positive force and a role model to everyone she encounters. We are grateful and honored to have her with us this year. Without further ado, please give a warm DC Music Summit welcome to the one and only Carolyn Malachi.